Hello there. I'm going to tell about myself. This is the story of girl Tanya. She wrote the script like Jerome Tarantino. It's a biopic. Hello, my dear friends. I'm glad to be here talking to you. Well, let me say a few words about myself. As you might have understood by now, I'm enjoying my morning coffee. Before the day full of important and pleasant events begins, each day is a new beginning, which is fascinating, isn't it? I was born in a country called Kazakhstan, and as far as I can remember, I've been pursuing something new, something full of knowledge, of sacred knowledge, something great and even supreme. All of this I could find in the profession of an English teacher. Being a teacher is a great honor and a privilege, as you not only teach your students, but they teach you in return. You share energy among yourself, and as we know from the main principle of love, the more you give, the more you receive. My life is about that. My family supports my passion for foreign languages and linguistics, and I'm proud of some of my family members, like my sister Paulina, my uncle Roman, cousin Daria, second cousin Tatiana, who know English and think globally, as many of my students do. Because English connects people around the globe. I have some friends from different countries who helped me become more aware of different cultures and mentality and state of mind. When I was 16, I've decided to connect my life with the English once and for all. I can't say my family supported my endeavors all the time, but they thought that English profession is not as popular as being a bank manager or an economist or an IT specialist, but I made this through. I won a grant for my study and was among the best students in my college. I actively participated in a college life, was interested in many studies like psychology, German language, literature, sport, English of course, and lots of cultural events. Since college time, which I call my old golden ages, I fell in love with Shakespeare, as my first play was The 12th Night, which I liked so much. I watched it 2 times in a row. Fantastic. Lately, my dear sister Paulina presented me a book, which I literally all the time take with myself. I've visited only 7 countries by now, in order of sequence. Turkey 2 times, because visiting all the places left after Roman and Greek Empire was hard to miss for me, interested so much in ancient Greece and ancient Rome. I've seen a Trojan horse, and I've been inside of this wonderful building, wooden building. Then I visited Ukraine, Serbia, Moldova, Czech Republic, Germany and Austria. I've left my heart everywhere I went. It's like in the poem of my favorite Burns. I left my heart in Highland. I always like to try new interesting things because it teaches me to be a better person. It's easy to relax and have a lot of fun when you're open to all the people. They feel it. I had an experience working with little children of 3-5 years old back in 2011 when I graduated from the college and had my first job. I had also had other groups, elementary students of age between 10-13, pre-intermediate students of age between 14-17, and one of the intermediate students with whom I had individual classes. That's a little about my past experience. It means that I started as a teacher and then I came back to basics. I worked a lot in different companies. I tried to be a specialist of different areas. I worked as a secretary of an art school number 2, then an avia manager in a meat company, then as a travel agent in a travel company, then as a translator in different translation agencies, up 5 to them, mostly as a freelancer. I've translated texts of diverse style and including gas and oil production, different styles, business, economical, and so on. Then I worked in 2 construction companies, Korean and Italian, on the project of an environmentally friendly buildings called Talan Towers, based in capital of Kazakhstan, Nur Sultan, former capital of Astana. Then I worked in the International Miras School, where the BBB principles were invented. And then I lived in Almaty, where I started to work again as a teacher in two online schools, Skyeng and English, which gave me invaluable experience and self-confidence. It is a significant event in my life. Then I been changed for good, becoming a teacher again. Everybody noticed that. I became absolutely another person. I guess the more you know, the better you become. Also, it is true for languages. The more languages you are aware of, the more you know about the world and life. During this period of time, I fell in love with the language of France, the French language, because I think it's the language of love. And now I know English better than ever before, because 15,000 words in French are the same in English, but with altered pronunciation. In June 2019, I came to Russian city Novosibirsk to try myself as an English teacher and the coordinator of foreign teachers in a language summer camp for the first time. I found new friends there from the different countries: Scotland, Great Britain, the USA, Austria, and Hungary. That was a great experience, and I was interacting with children, young learners. I wish to continue exchanging views with children forevermore. Amen. And the second part. I see myself as a growing professional, eager to be a vivid participator of cosmopolitan events throughout the world. I'm open to everything new, like a child. That's why I think I'm able to understand their eager eyes. I'm proud of my work. This slice of life gives me enough pleasure to be sociable, although I'm quite introverted, ambitious, as there are plenty of things to achieve in my profession, and generous, as I share my knowledge, experience and heart. Let's put it like that. I'm quite a sensitive, patient, reliable, kind, shy and easygoing person. I find these traits as quite positive ones. I appreciate good sense of humor, and children have it. And it's very crucial, because language and study, it's just so fun. Looking a little bit back, I started off my career as an English teacher at Langberry School in Pavlodar City in Kazakhstan when I was just 18 years old, as I have already mentioned. The quality becomes quantity, and now I'm a better person and a better teacher. For the last significant and happy 1.5 years of my career as an English teacher, I conducted 1,422 lessons, had 440 thumbs up from my fellow students, had 107 students for the last year. One major accomplishment I achieved in that role was enhancing of my speaking skills in English, including accuracy, pronunciation and fluency, as well as becoming better at making a rapport with different kinds of students. I feel up to the challenge. I'm on the bright side of life, which I call transferring of reality, where my wishes come true. I'm keeping up to date. In the world at large, I'd rather maintain a sense of excitement and engagement, being closer to students, than being a teacher or Severus Snape. I'd like to be a reflective teacher, live in a moment and not taking things for granted. Introspection, a backward look, helps me see a bigger picture, as a real development can only come from within. I've come a long way to be here, where I am now. I've made a list of my wishes, and I'm doing steps for them to come true. And this is my future. This is Tesol. Tesol is everything to me now, and I want to be even better at learning and teaching as I was ever before. Thank you for watching.